Welcome back to Pass ELA. Today's topic is the short response. So let's get started right away. There is a formula for the short response that is guaranteed to get you a 2 every single time, and that formula is showing right here on our screen. Your first step is together, restate, and answer. So you need to restate the question and answer the question with your own inference, meaning you need to use your own words. You need to create a statement or a sentence that does not come from the text, does not come from the passage. It needs to be your own brain. So this is going to be your claim or your topic sentence of your paragraph. Next, you have a transition and a detail. D is for detail. So some sentence starters are right here, according to the text. For example, blah, blah, blah says, or one detail to support this is. Next, you need to explain that detail. Why does the detail you chose support the inference that you made? Why does your detail support your claim? So some sentence starters include this shows, this demonstrates, therefore. Next, you need your second detail. Same thing. The text also says, blank also says, another example is. And then you need to explain that detail again. And so same sentence starters. This shows, this demonstrates, and therefore. This formula is key, and it is a guarantee to get you a 2, as long as your inference is in your own words and you have these details to back it up. Let me show you exactly what I mean with a passage. Oh, but first, many students struggle with how to actually restate or create a claim. So there's 2 steps for that. The first step is to cross out the question word, and the second step is to add is, by, because, or to. So let's take a look. Identify the author's point of view. Well, the question word is identify. So I'm going to cross out identify, and I'm going to add is, by, because, or to. The author's point of view is. Right? There's my restate. I can go ahead and answer the question with my inference. Let's look at another one. Determine the central idea. I'm going to cross out my question word. Determine the central idea is. A third example. No obvious question word, but actually there is. How is our question word. How does the author support her claim that driving is a serious responsibility? The author supports her claim that driving is a serious responsibility by, it's covered by my screen. This case we added by. Whenever you have a how question, you should add by, because it's like, how did he do it? By doing that. How goes with by. Why goes with because. So those are 2 little clues about which word to add. One last example, analyze how the author develops her purpose. Same deal, we're going to get rid of analyze how, and we're just going to say the author develops her purpose by. So those are 4 examples of how to restate the question. Of course, you still need to add your own thinking after you do that, but a very clear way to get rid of the question word, add is, by, because, or to, your own thought, and there you have your claim. Let's keep going. Let's take a look at our sample passage, driving. Many adolescents look forward to getting their driver's license when they turn 18. Driving is a major responsibility, though, and a lot for teenagers to handle. It is important to take a driver's education course and practice the minimum amount of required hours with a responsible adult in the car. Even after completing the requirements, many young adults still have the potential to make mistakes behind the wheel if they are not careful. If you are getting your driver's license soon, remember to always put your own safety and that of others above anything else. There's our passage, and our question is here. Identify the author's point of view of the selection driving. Use 2 details to support your response. Well, based on our checklist, our first task is to write the claim. So I'm going to get rid of my question word and then turn that into a claim. The author's point of view. So the author's point of view is that driving should be taken seriously. Now we're done with our claim. Next, we have our detail. I used a sentence starter according to the text. Driving is a lot for teenagers to handle. You can see my detail is there. The way I chose my detail is I chose something that I felt would prove that driving should be taken seriously. Now, the next part is very important. This shows, and then you want to include a little piece of your claim to prove that your detail connects to it. So, this shows that driving should be taken seriously. I'm connecting it to the claim because the author means that teenagers might not be used to handling such responsibility. There's my explanation. So I go to my next detail. The text also says that teens have the potential to make mistakes behind the wheel. You can see where I got my detail from. And then, of course, I again have to use my claim in order to create my this shows sentence. This shows that driving should be taken seriously. Whoops, I crossed it out. Because making mistakes could cause serious problems when driving. That is everything. I followed my checklist: claim, detail, explain, and that right there is a 2 out of 2, folks. That's all it takes. So, I know that was a little bit quick, but I hope this helped. Thank you for watching Past Middle School ELA, and happy studying.